Anything in particular go into the decision to, for today to be the day, I guess, with McNeil? Anything against Nola, anything like that, or just simply that you wanted to get VR in there? Villar in there.
Well, yeah, it's simply getting VR in there. Mac will be available off the bench, like I said. We want to get everyone involved as early as we can in the season, and keep everyone active. I think now the only guy in 3 games will be, two guys, Almora and Nito, that haven't started. I can't feel good to start today. We'll keep checking the guys out, and as far as like starting, but we do want to keep everyone involved as far as starting games.
Your next question comes from Justin Toscano.
Hey, Louis. Last night you alluded to JD getting some more X-rays. Were those done today, the additional ones?
So not yet, Justin. We had a later bust than planned ahead in the series just because of the longevity of the game. So I think the players' bus was at 1 p.m. today, and they made it here around 1:30. And the doctor gets here right before, I think, 3 o'clock or at 3. So he hasn't gotten the X-ray. I did see JD. He's a little swelled up. His availability is questionable right now. We can name it, but he hasn't taken the follow-up X-ray yet.
Okay. And in regards to getting everyone a chance to play a start, is that tougher because you guys missed that first weekend? So now you're maybe trying to do that stuff a little quicker to get everyone involved quicker?
Well, we always want to have the best lineup there, to win the game. We want to get Jonathan involved too. Jonathan's a force. He can do some damage from both sides of the plays. He can play a good second base, can play a good shortstop for us. To get him involved in games as well, he gives us a pretty good lineup and balance. The explanation of the two things, along with having guys involved early in the season, that those two match up with going with this lineup today. Mac gets his day. We're looking ahead of having Mac in the opener in New York tomorrow after the travel day, and everything should be fine. This team, there's depth in this team. Guys can come in and start a game. And we had a conversation when we landed in Washington about it. And no, he was 100%. He's good to go. And then he's doing all his things that, for him to stay in game shape as well as we need him, because he didn't play the last few games of camp, as you remember. We did get him in there to play that inner squad we play in Washington as far as like getting on the field. And yesterday he was able to get an at-bat, squared up a ball, hit it to the first baseman. So, he's good to go. So I'm glad he's getting his chance in there to help us and to contribute us to go for the win today.
Thank you.
Luis, your next question comes from Mike Puma.
Hold on. Louis, I'm just wondering, tomorrow is going to be the first game at Citi Field in 18 months with fans in attendance. How much are you looking forward to tomorrow in that environment?
I can't share enough my excitement. It's going to be a special for the whole group. I think we've been looking forward to this moment, for a while now. And I know it's going to be special for fans, to be there supporting the guys as well. So, our focus is on this game today, but we can't wait for that 105, 110 start that we have in Citi Field tomorrow. I know it's going to be special for us, when we go out there in the line and we do all the ceremony and we get ready to play the Marlins.
Thank you.
Tim Britton, you're next.
Hey, Louis, I know you've got VR at second base today, but you wanted to get him a lot of time at third in spring training. What did you think of his play at third over the course of the spring?
It was, I thought it was on and off. He showed the ability. I think spending more time there was going to get him better and better after not playing there for like 5 years. He's already used to playing on the left side of the infield, as he's originally a shortstop. So I think that helps him to go in there and play. But I think Guillorme played a little better than he did at third, and he's played at third base in the more in the recent years than he has. So going with Guillorme at third rather than him at third today, that's kind of like what the decision is. We know that there's a lot of righties in the lineup with Peterson on the mound. I mean, we're expecting more right-handed batters probably. So, Peterson is known to be a ground ball pitcher. We have Lindor and Guillorme that's played more, let's say in the left side of the infield, saying short and third respectively in the recent years. So we went with those two, and Villar can do second base as well as the other. So that's where the decision came from.
Would you be comfortable playing VR at third, whether, you sub McNeil in and put VR at third or start him at third down the line?
Yes, very much. Yeah, we know he can play. He for sure has the ability to do it. And we will get him in there. I think every time he goes in there, he'll be better. He'll be more acclimated to play the position. He's got a great arm. He's got good feet. I think, just getting those reads, and it's a reaction position more than shortstop can be. So I think the time is just gonna keep getting him back to when he was playing more third base, than he has in the recent years.
Thanks.
Kevin from News 12, your line is open.
Hey, Louis, what's your message to the fans tomorrow, considering, you guys at least played baseball, gotten back to normal? For them, this for some of them, this might be a chance to get back to normal. Well,
the message is, we're just excited. And I think we're going to be excited as they will be to see us playing live. It's going to be exciting just to hear the support, the shouting, the yelling, all the impressions that they get from the guys, when they make special things out on the field. So, we look forward to tomorrow. We can't wait for that time. We have to go through the game today, but we're talking about it. We're so anxious in the best kind of way. We're so anxious to get there in Citi Field and see our fans present, supporting us.
Your next question comes from Anthony DeComo.
Hey, Louis, just to follow up quickly on JD, is that another X-ray he's getting today, or is that an MRI, something else?
X-ray, another X-ray. The follow-up, and the way it was explained to me is because of the number of bones in the hands, and they want to make sure that it's everything's clean and there's no like small line missing or anything like that. So it's a follow-up one. I did see him; it's a little bit swelled up. He was moving his hand. Like I said, his availability as of now is questionable. So, but we'll wait on the results. It's probably going to be closer to the game.
Thank you.
Back to Mike Puma.
Louis, anything new going on with Lugo or Carrasco?
None in the last couple of days. Ever since Carrasco threw the sim game, the 2-inning up down, not in the last couple of days. I mean, he's like I share, he's gonna get into a 5-day rhythm now where he's gonna throw aside and then get back up and start building. So Lugo is playing catch. He hasn't gone on the slope yet, but he's progressing distance wise, but nothing more than that in the last couple of days.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from Rich Catino.
Louis, in regards to Pete Alonso, I know a lot of focus is on the home run he hit in the last at bat, but in that game, he also showed the patience of taking a walk and taking an outside pitch to right center for an extra base hit. How are you seeing that evolve with him this season, and how different does that look than he looked to you last season?
He looks more calm. He looks more like he looks like he's trusting his approach a lot more. Pete's demeanor is a guy that goes and works really hard and sometimes over does things, and he wants to do more and he thinks more is better, and sometimes less is more. And this may apply to him because he works hard. He creates good muscle memory. I think trusting, what he creates muscle memory wise, translating that into the game and just staying with it himself is what's paying off. I think that's part of maturity in this game, where you take your routine into the game. So, last year he was trying really hard. He wanted to make up. He wanted to be, the best like he always has. But I think he's trusting it more and more. That just comes with the experience package. So I think he's doing a really good job just being consistent with what he's doing pregame and then what he's doing in game. So he's definitely blending those two.
Justin, your line's back open.
Hey, Louis, I just had a quick follow-up on Carrasco. In terms of fielding the position and getting off the mound, when do you think that'll come for a grade 1 hamstring strain, like down the line?
Yeah, well, I really haven't gone down the line with that because right now we're really excited about him being where he is, and it's been surprising to us too. But the minute we get that information where he's gonna do some PFP work and things like that, like we will definitely share it because I think that will definitely say a lot about where he's gonna be at and from a competitive level and probably as far as like joining us in a near future or so.
Luis, your final question comes from Tim Britton.
You mentioned that Pete sometimes overdoes things. Were you worried at all at the end of last season that, going into an off season after a year he wasn't that happy with, that he might overdo things too much in the winter?
Maybe only a little, but he did a fine job after the season. And once again, those last 2 weeks of the season, he was doing something like this, like he's doing now. He was narrowing in the strike zone, and he was doing a lot less. So that might have been what he took into the offseason. But you're always worried of him doing too much. I mean, I know he started doing some advanced work in the offseason, just trying to watch videos, see how they pitched him and do things like that. And you worry a little bit. You think of, okay, he might go too far, but he stayed with it himself. So it's experience. I mean, it's, I think, something that happens organically to a baseball player, a good baseball player like Pete. I think he's able to slow things down because of experience. And that's what he did in the offseason. But yeah, it was in my head a little bit, but he did what he had to do to be at this point now.
Luis, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Members of the media, Taijuan Walker will be available at 3:15. Please use the same Zoom link. I will keep the room open, but feel free to leave and re-enter. Once again, Taijuan Walker will be available at 3:15. Thank you. Taijuan, thank you very much for joining us today.
Yep, no problem.
Members of the media, if you'd like to ask a question, please use the raise your hand feature located underneath the reactions or participants tab. Taijuan, your first question today comes from Disha Thozar.
Hey, Taijuan. Just how much does it mean to you to start the home opener for the Mets tomorrow?
It's exciting. You know, my Mets debut, and it gets to be the home opener, so it's pretty exciting. We're gonna have fans in the stands. It's definitely gonna be a special day.
Your next question comes from Anthony DeComo.
Hey, Taijuan. Can you just kind of take us through the last, I guess, week or so in terms of what you've been doing throwing-wise off the mound, things like that?
Yeah, through on Saturday, I feel like 4 innings, probably 55 pitches. You know, just kind of chewed up, and then just a couple bullpens in between. My arm's been feeling really good right now. I like where my stuff is. I like how I felt in those 4 innings. So I'm definitely ready to go.
How many pitches or up-downs do you think you have for tomorrow?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just going to go out there and go as long as I can until Louis takes the ball from me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Your next question comes from Justin Toscano.
Hey, Taijuan. What have you learned about Mets fans since signing here?
They're really passionate and they care a lot about their team. It's actually really good to see. We've got a lot of Mets fans here in Philly, so it's been really nice. Yesterday was sick when you know, we had that big inning, we scored a lot of runs, and you know, just to hear the Mets fans cheering us on, and it's special. So I really can't wait till tomorrow.
I remember you saying a few weeks back that you requested a pitch in that last B game for that tune-up just to get your curveball going. How does that feel as you go into your first start?
It feels good. Yeah, I threw quite a bit of them on Saturday when I last pitched, and they felt really good. I was throwing it for strikes. Was able to throw it low in the zone too, so I feel good with it right now.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
Your next question comes from Tim Healy.
As someone who has switched teams and made team debuts in the past, will you take anything from those experiences into your start tomorrow?
I think the biggest thing is just pitch to my game. Obviously, emotions are going to be high. I'm going to be excited, nervous, of course, you know, but I think it's going to be good. You know, nerves are good, excitement's good, and I just think if I just go out there and just pitch my game and do what I've been doing, things will be good. Just kind of slow the game down.
And after a weird couple of weeks schedule-wise for the Mets, I think you're the only guy who's maintained that every 5 days schedule thanks to that sim game the other day. Do you feel fortunate at all to not be totally normal, but to be mostly normal schedule-wise?
Yeah, you know, it's definitely tough when you don't pitch for 8-9 days, especially not seeing hitters. You know, it's just a different animal. You get those many bullpens as you want, but it's different when you have a hitter in there swinging, taking swings off you. So it definitely was lucky I was able to do that. It definitely helped, kept my stuff sharp. So it was good.
Thank you.
Taijuan, your next question comes from Mike Puma.
Hey, Taijuan. I'm just wondering, did you ever get around to wearing that necklace that Turk Wendell gave you? Any chance we see it tomorrow?
I haven't worn it yet. I'm kind of superstitious, so things have been going good, and you know, something happens and I'm wearing a necklace, you know, I don't want to blame the necklace, but I have it in my locker. I keep it in my locker. I have the licorice and the necklace in my locker, so it's going to go with me everywhere I go.
Thank you.
Tim Britton, you're up.
Hey, Taijuan, you mentioned a couple weeks back that it's basically been since 2018 since you pitched in front of fans. How do you expect that adrenaline rush to be in the top of the first on Thursday?
Yeah, like I just got to slow down the game. Can't be too amped. Obviously, I can use it to my advantage, but I've kind of learned just kind of to go at my own pace. You know, that's kind of the biggest thing that kind of hurt me when I was younger. As the game sped up, I just kept getting quicker and quicker instead of just taking it all in. And, you know, watching a guy like Jake go out there and pitch, you know, when there's trouble, like he really knows how to slow the game down well. And this is kind of what you have to do. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that.
Hey, Taiwana, you mentioned the good nerves. When did those start? Because like you thought you were going to start one day, then the delay happened. So have those lasted kind of throughout?
Yeah, the good nerves are just a lot of excitement. I'm just ready to get back out there. I'm ready to get on the mound again, and just face a new team. I guess I did B games against my own team, and other than that, I faced the Cardinals. So just to see different faces and stuff, and I think I faced the Marlins maybe one time in my career. So it'd be nice to go out there and just face some new faces and stuff. But I'm just excited just to get back on the mound again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Taiwan, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Members of the media, this concludes today's Mets pregame Zoom session. We will be back with a link for Luis Rojas and players following the game. Thank you very much.